So we have some tips that we're gonna share with you that we used this year that helped us survive inflation and Helene and the alien invasion of America.
No, there was no invasion.
So how do we overcome inflation as a videographer and editor? Well, one, you have to suck it up.
Buttercup.
You have to work as a freelancer, whether a freelance editor or a freelance videographer, and you have to be okay with it.
Number two, you can look up on Facebook groups, sometimes Instagram and LinkedIn, for job opportunities that you can apply for.
So as we were mentioning earlier, you're gonna be hired as a freelancer, whether a videographer or an editor, and be okay with the amount of money that they're paying you. Now, it needs to be fair, but at the same time, you need to be okay with it because you gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, you gotta look at it as this, how much time you're spending and how much it'd be per hour, and then judge and assess, is it worth it compared to another job, a 9-to-5 job? And if it's worth it, if it's double or more, then why not jump on it, even if it's lower than you would want it to be. So this goes into the next thing. You might need to get a 9-to-5 job. I know I had to do that just to get by, just to pay the bills.
So you can use this slower period to revamp your business, to be more strategic about your business, to plant your business on better social media platforms that are gonna enhance your name, where you can actually have better clients that are gonna find you.
So one thing you don't wanna do is get burnt out. Focus on the priority social media platforms first, work on those platforms, build those up, and then if you have more time, you can go down to the other ones that are least important.
Figure out what platforms your business is already thriving on, and you start there. Let's just say Instagram. For some reason, Instagram is the platform that you're succeeding on with your business. Well, then you're gonna use Instagram, and then you might find another viable platform that you're seeing success there. And those two are the ones that you're literally studying and figuring out how to make those platforms grow and work. And then you just kind of copy and paste certain information onto all the other platforms. Stop stressing out on multiple platforms because that also adds to the burnout.
As you're in your slow season, what you can do, and if you're not high on Google, is do your own SEO. You can look it up on Google, YouTube, and it will instruct you how to build your SEO in a quick way by yourself without paying somebody else to do it for you.
So you would be surprised at how many people are offering free 5-day, 10-day business courses and social media courses. Whenever you see those, jump on those free courses. Of course, it's gonna take hours of your day. Of course, it's gonna take time. But if you really care about revamping your business, changing the model, making it a more successful business, then you're gonna take these on. And another tip I'd like to share is sometimes you have to invest into your business. And when I mean invest into your business, it's not like an easy ad that you just slap on or something like that. I mean, you might have to actually pay for these courses sometimes. You can search on YouTube, you can search on Google all day long and find all of this information, this plethora of information everywhere. But the problem is you don't know how to narrow it down to what is actually gonna work for you. When you find a business course that resonates and they are offering a dollar amount, I would suggest investing in it.
Let's just say you are focused on wedding videography and it's not doing the best. Maybe you need to consider redirecting where you want to go as a business. Maybe you need to renew or revamp it in a way where you're focused in a different direction, a direction change.
Build good and strong connections with business owners, event managers, and just people in general, because you just never know who's looking for a videographer or an editor.
So I know it's a difficult time right now for you. The worst thing you'll do is get a credit card, because what credit cards do, they just suck your money out. It would be better for you to go and ask somebody that you know for some money instead of going to the credit card. And you won't have to pay interest, like 20-30% interest. That's ridiculous. That is, thievery. Hopefully you can find somebody, a friend or somebody that can give you no interest or very, very low interest that you can pay them back, and it will be a lot less money in the back end.
So stop spending money on endless things that you don't need, things that are not your necessities. Some people go out to eat too much, or they go out and they get their daily latte and treat. Some people buy too much clothes. Some people spend a lot of money on different streaming services or different apps where they play games on their phone. Those are just little basic things that you can trim out, and you can find yourself having a little bit more money every month that you can save. Some of the other things that videographers have a tendency to do, or anyone that likes technology, is buying endless gear and things that they don't really need right now or in the moment. So you pour in hundreds of $1,000s into this gear that's just laying around, whether in your closet or under the bed. So if you choose to just buy the basic needs of even your gear, you're gonna be okay. And you'll find yourself saving money.
Especially if you're not getting a lot of jobs, you're gonna waste so much money on this gear that it's just gonna be sitting there.
How many of us videographers or editors have extra gear that we purchased that we're not using that's just laying around? Well, the good news and the bad news. The bad news is you wasted money on that gear because it's just laying around. The good news is you can sell that gear and make some money back. But the bad news is the value will be much lower.
Yeah.
So you were better off not buying it, period.
Yeah. The only way I'd buy anything is if it's an absolute need. Before we give you the last tip, we want to thank you for watching, and we will be doing more videos like this. And I hope these tips help you out.
So our last tip for you is to make sure you take advice from successful people.
Oh wait, that's not us.